Europe is often criticised for hosting plenty of summits and achieving little action, but this one is actually quite pivotal. And that's not because of what's being discussed, but because of where it's being held. Until recently, Armenia was considered Moscow's closest ally in the South Caucuses. It relies upon the Kremlin for cheap gas. It's home to a Russian military base, and the two are economically intertwined. So hosting almost 50 European leaders and heads of state, including the Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy, on the border with Iran to discuss security and peace is somewhat symbolic and ironic. It could also be seen as a power play by Europe to show Russia just how isolated it has become. Armenia drew closer ties with the European Union in recent years after a fresh outbreak of fighting with its neighbour Azerbaijan, and has since sought union membership. Now, that is one of the 8 wars that the US President Donald Trump claims to have ended. And hosting Volodymyr Zelenskyy is also sure to strike a chord with the Russian President Vladimir Putin. He is the first Ukrainian president to set foot on Armenian soil in almost a quarter of a century.
This summer will be a moment when Putin decides what to do next: expand the war or move to diplomacy, and we must push him toward diplomacy.
He made those comments after Kyiv successfully struck a building in downtown Moscow, showing that it has the capability to strike deep into Russian territory if it sees the need. Moscow retaliated with a mid-morning strike on Ukraine's northeastern city of Kharkiv, killing at least 6 people and injuring 30 others, including a 2-year-old boy.
I went down there, but she didn't answer the phone and wasn't on the road. I understood that she couldn't have gone any further. I turned back, parked the car and came out here because she usually walks to work on this side. I walked closer and that was it. My wife was gone.
The attack comes just a few days before Russia's annual Red Square Victory March, which Moscow has said will be scaled back this year because of the terror threat it says that Ukraine poses. There won't be any military hardware on display, and that is a big deal for the Kremlin because this is usually how it projects its military might.